From your experience, what are the priorities of healthcare reform right now? What should be the priorities of healthcare reform right now?
See, I have a hard time separating quality of life into whether it's healthcare, whether it's economics. The most important thing right now is that we serve our population the best we can, meaning equitably across the board. In all of the healthcare discussions that I've heard, yesterday on the news was the first time I heard somebody say, let's really address the hard issues. Hard issues is always how we connect with other folks. And until we have the dialogue about what the reasonable responsibility is when I walk through the door and say this is an expectation, and monitor whether or not that was fulfilled, then by changing policies and systems, we'll bring more to the table. More folks will come through the open door, say I have a cut, but we haven't dealt with the trust issues, or that which actually within our country develop communities and neighborhoods with the disparities that we have, particularly in this valley.
Can you talk to me a little bit more about the trust issues in the valley and how that impacts healthcare?
Well, first of all, I don't want to label it just the valley. It just so happens that I'm from the valley and I live here. But it's a national and international issue. So if we look at the educational disparities and we look at the gap in this valley, so we're here, and we look at the gap in terms of achievement level. And as an African American mother, I look at the statistics, I said, no one's educating my child. Then, as an African American woman, I look at the HIV rates amongst my daughters here. And I look at my brothers and my fathers who are dying early. Not because there's no insurances. I was married for 27 years and my husband had the best insurance there is. In terms of, after the illness, there are no dollars that I pay. But he died. A year later, I'm walking the same journey in terms of knowing this Caucasian guy, older, more at risk, and he lives. What's the difference in that? I would say a lot of the difference is internal. It's the internal expectation of me receiving the care that I think I should receive. Our expectations aren't high. Well, let's take that back to education. Our children aren't learning because some teachers, don't have high expectations. So when I walk in the classroom and I'm having a bad day and I misbehave, it's expected. So therefore, you don't have to learn A, B, and C today, right? I had a friend of mine whose feet are swelling now in terms of circulation. I said, you need to go back to the doctor, or you need to consider changing your doctors. You know what she told me? I am going to make this doctor do the right thing. Hello? You're not going to make that doctor do the right thing. You're not going to get adequate care, right? And so what is she fighting? She's fighting, I know I'm not getting adequate care, but I refuse to accept that, so I'm going to make the guy do the right thing. She's going to die. Stress issues. So there are a number of things in terms of environment producing healthy people. We need to address our environments with the inadequacies that cause people to have these early diseases and die more rapidly.